Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video with your host Kenkukun. And today we got another Destiny 2 Trials training video. Now real quick, this is I already have a video and I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll go find the video, and if I don't have it up as soon as the video gets uploaded, maybe I fell asleep. Anyway, I'll try to get the a link in the description below of the video where I do talk about this map. Now, a couple of key things, a couple of big things you need to remember. Trials rounds have gone from 2 minutes to a minute and a half, and there's no 3-peaking. You can't sword peak, you can't emo peak in trials. None of that exists, right? So the rounds overtime is few and far between. Does it show up? The rounds are for me, the rounds are usually over. I've had a lot of people come in and tell me they are having an easier time with trials. So, Ken, what are you here to teach us about trials this weekend? What kind of information can you give me? What can you glean? Right now, there's not too much to teach that I haven't taught already on the other video that I can think of. Because the matches have gotten easier, everyone's having an easier time with the game. And if you are still having the tough time, right? If you're still having a tough time, I will be here to give out more advice. So first and foremost, instead of covering Burning Shrine, the burnout, you know, with another video on, here's some tips for the burnout for this weekend. I've just had such a smooth time. I've had less things to say. However, there have been a couple of things and a couple of tips I've tried to give out people with this season that have been the same from previous seasons. Like, an example, if you're getting sniped in the same lane, don't snipe the lane. Like, just give up the lane. Don't peek the sniper. If the sniper sniped every one of you guys at least once in 3 rounds, rounds 4 and 5, it's going to be tough. You're going to have to kill him. But someone on the team has to be able to kill him without getting sniped. And if it's, excuse me, hiccup. If it's not you, then just let it be. Leave it alone. Because all you're going to do is just keep giving them kills, right? You know, another thing to do is make sure you don't hold your supers. Pay attention to when you get your supers. That's another thing to do. And communicate. Now, real quick, if you're trying to play trials in game chat and you're not hearing people, how do I play crossplay and solo queue if I'm not in game chat or I can't hear anyone? You need to go to your settings on whatever platform you're at. You need to reset the defaults on the bottom right of the screen. It says reset the defaults for me. Reset it to defaults, right? Confirm. And then whatever your settings were, you can go back and set it to them. Everyone needs to do that to fix the in-game party chat issue. Once you do that, then you can have that communication in the chat. And, well, Ken, you told me to communicate, and I don't want anyone in the comment section saying the game chat won't work, you know. And even after you do this, it still may not work, but hopefully it does. But again, everyone has to do it. So if you're on PlayStation and you match with 2 Xbox players and they don't know to do that, and they're not in a fire team, so they're in game chat, and they don't know to reset their defaults, and you can't tell them that, it is what it is. Right? This is an issue Bungie hopefully will fix sooner rather than later, so people can have that communication experience. Any other tips that I can give you is just, you know, I expect a lot of people are going to come in and tell me, yo, Ken, the experience has been great. It's been relatively easy. And hopefully everything up to this point, as you've been watching my channel and watching my live streams, it's, you know, it's helping you. It's paying off in a little bit here and there, or in a great deal this season. Now, the only other thing I do want to say is, as the season continues, skill-based matchmaking is a thing. Right now, what I've heard is that skill-based matchmaking is based on a weekly skill base. So it's going to reset every weekend and match you up. This weekend, it doesn't even seem like I'm anywhere in my skill bracket when I run single helps. When I did double helps, it was more fun, and I did come across a couple of tough teams that probably, you know, that gave our team a run for the money. But everyone did go flawless, however. So I expect in the future, skill-based matchmaking could get tougher. So don't enjoy this time, and it may not, but I think it is, because it's always been that process. Bungie likes to go in circles. When they make changes, it goes in circles. We've had seasons of trials where it's been really easy, or it's been a lot easier, or in comp, it will come back full circle, and it's going to be tough again for some people, if not still tough for some people. So keep that in mind. Enjoy it while it lasts, but don't get too lax. Keep trying to play better and keep trying to improve. That way, when it gets tougher, you'll barely notice the difference. And that's gonna make it, as you go forward, you're gonna make it you're gonna be able to play with your friends more when it does get tougher, because there are gonna be people out there, and this is a reality. There are going to be people out there that still cannot get a team together and cannot go flawless solo queue, and they won't want to play with, anyone for help on YouTube, Twitch, or any other alternative platforms if they can't get them in their friends list or in the game. They won't go for that help, and eventually they'll get the loot from trials and they will be done. They won't go back in. They won't need to go back in, so they may stop. And when they stop, the player population will take a small hit. Now, since we have 3 platforms it's playing across, the population has to take a substantial hit. But when those players that drop out with that are lower average players that have a tougher time, that means we may not play the same people all the time, but the skill level the gap is gonna lower, right? Because here's the people that are the lowest, right? They're right here. Here's the top, and then these people are gonna quit. So everything's going to move up, and now you're playing with this many people, right? So keep that in mind. Am I sounding dramatic? Ken, you're overthinking it. I might be, but again, it's always come full circle in Destiny, and we're going to have dead seasons. There are people that don't play trials once they get all the loot for the season. Me and a lot of my community members, all we needed was one of the linear fusion rifles that came out this season. They don't have to step back in, and they got gilded title done on day 2. They're done. There's no reason for them to get in there. So you may see less of them, and now you just have the player pool is going to decrease, and then maybe some of the average players dip out, and now just the higher level players are playing. People like me that want to help others, or people that want to play with really strong teammates and never lose a game, and they're just going to be out there crushing teams left and right, and you might be one of those teams that get crushed, right? I might be one of those teams that get crushed. So, with that said, again, let me know in the comment section below. We're going to keep this video short. Again, there's not really too much to talk about this time. I do have 2 other videos I'm going to have recorded tomorrow. Today is Saturday, so Sunday I'm going to record them. And one will be released on Monday, one will be released on Wednesday. And I'm going to talk about the greatest exotic on Titans. And there was something else really important I wanted to talk about, and I'll remember before then. So, with that said, let me know in the comment section below, what is your experience so far with trials? How has it been? Is it easier? Is it still hard? Is it harder? Let me know in the comment section below. And if it is harder, tell me how. And those are the videos I can focus on in the future. If you're still having problems with your settings, your sensitivity settings, so am I. Some things the sensitivity feels higher, others feel lower. But because this weekend I played with as many different weapons as possible. If you look at my character real quick, I played with the Chaperone, I've used the Bastion, I've used the Reese Walker, I've used the Ace of Spades isn't on this character, but I used my Ace of Spades, I've used the SMG, my Igneous, Lorentz Driver. I haven't really used Vex. It just wasn't working for me, but I know it's really powerful. I've used fusions. Usually I just rock a shotgun and a hand cannon almost all the time, but I've opened up and used a lot of different. I used the Fatebringer somewhere. Haven't pulled out a Scout or a Pulse yet, but I've used a lot of different weapons in only one weekend too. That is a good sign. Even though some weapons are more powerful than others, like the Vex, a good Vex player was destroying me, like in different teams were destroying me, but I was still able to use a bunch of different weapons. It's very nice to be able to pick up numerous amounts of weapons and use them in the game. With that being said, thank you for watching the video. Enjoy. Comment, please. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know what your problems are, and I can address them in the next video. And I'll go watch the old video, and if it needs a revamp, I will revamp it. If I talk about a lot of 3 peaking or anything like that. If you guys still want me to recover the video with an updated sense, I probably still should do that, but let me hear your thoughts. If even one person wants that, I'll go ahead and reshoot that video and put it out. Because the meta has shifted. There's no 3 peaking, rounds have changed, some supers have changed. I probably do need to talk about supers, so yeah, I'll probably have a video. That might be the Monday video instead. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever it may be. Good luck at the lighthouse. We'll see you soon. Later.